Your routine is a lie, just obedience to fear, dressed up as discipline to keep you comfortably useless.
You think you're consistent, but you're just obedient to a routine that's killing you. Don't deny it. Don't polish it with fancy words like habit or discipline, when what you really have is the coffin you built to bury your own potential. You wake up every day and do the same lifeless motions while lying to yourself about progress. You call it stability, but it's stagnation. You call it responsibility, but it's fear in a suit and tie. You want credit for showing up, but you don't even realize you're just showing up to your own funeral. Your routine isn't neutral. It's a verdict. It's evidence of whether you're growing or rotting. And most of you are rotting with a schedule. And don't tell me you don't have time. You have time for the pointless rituals that keep you from confronting what actually matters. You have time for comfort, time for distraction, time for rehearsing your excuses until they sound noble. Your routine is the cage you built because freedom is too damn scary. You don't want unpredictability. You don't want challenge. You want safety dressed up as productivity. I see through you. You're terrified of becoming who you're capable of being because you know what it would cost. It would cost your excuses. It would cost your comfort. It would cost your old identity that you're so attached to, even though you claim to hate it. Your potential doesn't die in failure. It dies in your routine. Failure is at least a sign of life, a sign you tried something that mattered. But routine, that's rigor mortis for the soul. You wake up, go through the motions, call it a life. You've mistaken movement for progress, repetition for mastery. Let me tell you something you don't want to hear. Repetition without evolution is self-betrayal. If you're not growing, you're decaying. Your habits are not sacred, they're suspect. You should be interrogating them daily. Is this serving me? Is this building me? Or is this just numbing me to the pain of not living at all? You don't want to ask those questions because you're afraid of the answers. Because the truth is you're wasting time you don't have. You act like tomorrow is guaranteed. You treat your dreams like they're on layaway with no payment plan. You don't respect the urgency of your own life. And that's why your potential is rotting while you're busy perfecting your morning routine to feel productive without doing anything that matters. You don't need another planner. You don't need another set of affirmations. You need to shatter the pattern that's keeping you small. Because your routine isn't just about what you do, it's about who you're becoming. And right now, you're becoming average on purpose. You're training yourself to settle. You're conditioning yourself to quit before you even try. You think I'm being harsh? You should be grateful. The world won't tell you this. The world will sell you comfort and call it success. It will praise you for following the rules while you suffocate in mediocrity. I'm not here for that. I'm here to tell you that you're on track to waste your life if you don't burn your routine to the ground and build one that serves who you want to become. Your potential is not this tidy thing you can fit into a time slot. It's chaos. It's hunger. It's vision so big it scares you. But you won't face that because it would force you to admit you're not doing enough. And that's the real problem. You don't want to do what it takes. You want the appearance of effort without the cost. You want the illusion of discipline without the sacrifice. You want the badge of honor without the blood. But there is no shortcut, no hack, no gentle path to greatness. Your routine is supposed to serve your dreams, not bury them. So tell me, what is your routine actually serving? Your potential or your fear? Because you can't serve both. You can't worship comfort and achieve greatness. You can't stay the same and grow. You can't do what's easy and expect what's rare. Your routine is either the system that disciplines you into your highest self or the prison that locks you into your weakest. You get to choose. But don't you dare pretend you don't know which one you've chosen so far. Look at your life, and it's the proof. You want to know why you're stuck? Because you worship routine over results. You treat your schedule like scripture and your goals like afterthoughts. Don't lie about it. Don't tell me you're disciplined when you're really just predictable. You're not consistent because you're committed to excellence. You're consistent because you're addicted to safety. You've built your days to avoid thinking too deeply about what you could be doing if you actually gave a damn. Look at your habits. Really look. Are they building the person you claim you want to be, or are they perfectly designed to protect you from ever risking that transformation? Your routine is your alibi. It's how you justify failure without admitting you're quitting. I'm busy. Busy doing what? Avoiding the work that matters? I'm being responsible. Responsible to who? The version of you who dreams or the version who's terrified to try? Stop hiding behind your calendar. Stop using your to-do list as camouflage for your cowardice. You want freedom? You want success? Then your routine has to serve your mission, not your fear. But your routine is built around avoidance. You're meticulous about the trivial, obsessive about the inconsequential, because it keeps you from confronting the truth you don't want to face. You're capable of so much more, but you're too comfortable to pay the price. Comfort is the enemy of potential, but you treat it like a reward. You think you earned your ease? You didn't. You settled for it. You think routine is discipline? Only if it's pushing you forward. Only if it's designed to kill weakness, not coddle it. Most people don't have a routine. They have a ritual of stagnation. They repeat the same empty motions and call it productivity. They're terrified to change because change means uncertainty, and uncertainty means responsibility. But let me tell you something about responsibility. It's the doorway to freedom. When you own your time, you own your life. When you direct your habits, you direct your destiny. When you master your routine, you master yourself. But you can't do that if you're lying to yourself about what your routine really is. It's not sacred. It's not special. It's not unchangeable. It's a choice. And most of you choose to stay small because small feels safe. But safe is the lie that keeps you average. Safe is where your dreams go to die quietly. You think you're smart because you planned your day? You're smart when you execute on what matters, even when it's hard, even when it's new, even when it's terrifying. Most will never do that. Most will refine their routine until it's perfect at producing mediocrity. Don't be most. Don't be another name on the list of people who lived and died never knowing what they could have been because they refused to burn down the life that kept them small. Your routine should scare you. It should stretch you. It should demand something from you. If it doesn't, it's not discipline, it's decay. Discipline isn't about doing the same thing forever. It's about doing what's necessary, even when what's necessary changes. But change terrifies you because you're loyal to the wrong things. You're loyal to comfort. You're loyal to your own fear. You're loyal to the idea that you can have everything you want without ever being uncomfortable. That's the biggest lie of all. And nothing great is born in comfort. Nothing rare is created without sacrifice. Nothing valuable is forged without fire. Your routine should be that fire. It should refine you. It should strip away everything weak, everything lazy, everything false. But you won't let it because you're in love with who you are right now, even if who you are right now is unworthy of who you could be. That's the crime. That's the betrayal. You're not failing because you're incapable. You're failing because you're loyal to a routine that guarantees you'll never have to confront your own potential. Because your potential is demanding. It will ask you to sacrifice who you are for who you could become. It will force you to say no to what's easy, no to what's popular, no to what's comfortable. It will isolate you, challenge you, break you, and you're too soft for that. And that's why you built a routine that keeps you soft while letting you pretend you're disciplined. That's why you cling to it like a shield against responsibility. But responsibility is freedom, and responsibility is power. Responsibility is the only thing that separates the person who has a life worth living from the one who only talks about it. So tell me this, what are you loyal to, your potential or your routine? Because you can't serve both. You think you're disciplined because you follow your routine? Number, you're enslaved by it. Your so-called discipline is obedience to mediocrity, dressed up to look respectable. Don't act surprised. Don't pretend you don't know it. You built this prison one habit at a time because it was easier than facing the terror of real freedom. You love routine because it's predictable. Predictable means safe. Safe means you don't have to risk failure or rejection or humiliation. You want to know what I see? I see someone terrified of their own potential because they know it would burn everything comfortable to the ground. Potential is not polite. It's not gentle. It doesn't ask permission to destroy who you are in service of who you could be. Your routine is the moat you build around your comfort zone to make sure potential never crosses the drawbridge. Stop calling it discipline if it doesn't make you better. Stop pretending you're committed when you're just afraid to grow. Your routine isn't bad because it's structured. It's bad because it's dead. It's unchallenged. It's designed to keep you exactly where you are while you tell yourself the lie that you're moving forward. Look at your day. Tell me where the battle is. Tell me where you're uncomfortable. Tell me what part of it makes you sweat because you know you might fail. If you can't point to that, you're not growing. You're decaying in place. You've mistaken movement for progress. You've traded growth for comfort. You've sacrificed potential for predictability because it's easier. It's easier to do what you know than to do what matters. It's easier to stick to the plan than to question whether the plan is worthless. It's easier to stay busy than to stay honest. You want a truth most can't handle? Your routine is the graveyard where your dreams are buried because it's built around protecting you from the truth that you're not trying hard enough. You don't want to change. You want to tweak. You don't want to evolve. You want to optimize. You want to rearrange the furniture in the prison cell and call it freedom. I won't let you. I'm here to drag you out of that lie, kicking and screaming if I have to, because you didn't come here to be comfortable. You didn't come here to stay the same. You didn't come here to worship routine like a religion while your potential suffocates. You came here to conquer yourself. And that means burning down everything that makes you weak, even if you built it yourself, especially if you built it yourself. Your old habits were born from fear. Your old beliefs were shaped by failure you refused to learn from. Your old routine was designed by the version of you who was too scared to go all in. Why are you still loyal to that version? You should hate that version. You should want to kill it, because as long as it lives, you'll never see what you're capable of. I'm not here to comfort you, and I'm here to make you uncomfortable enough to move, because movement is life. Stagnation is death. Your routine is supposed to be the scaffold on which you build your vision, not the cage that keeps you from it. Your habits are supposed to serve your goals, not replace them. Your discipline is supposed to serve your freedom, not your fear. But you forgot that. You replaced intention with automation, purpose with process, meaning with motion. And now you're wondering why you feel dead inside, even though you're doing all the right things. It's because the right things don't exist in a vacuum. They only exist in relation to who you want to become. If your habits aren't building that person, they're killing that person. There is no neutral. You're either training your mind to expand or training it to shrink. You're either forging discipline that serves your purpose or forging chains that bind you to your fears. You want to be free? Then earn it. Freedom isn't given, it's claimed by those willing to sacrifice what's easy for what's necessary, by those willing to destroy the routines that no longer serve them, even if they worked once, by those who refuse to be defined by who they were yesterday. That's the real cost. That's the price you don't want to pay, because it means killing the person you're comfortable being. It means admitting that everything you've built might need to burn for you to rise. That's why most will never do it. They'd rather polish their chains than break them. They'd rather optimize mediocrity than risk greatness. They'd rather be respected by the average than hated by the weak. But you're not most, are you? Or are you? Because you can lie to me. But you can't lie to yourself. Look at your routine. That's who you really are. That's the truth you can't escape unless you decide right now that enough is enough. You want to be admired for working hard? Then work on the right things, because no one cares how disciplined you are if you're disciplined at staying small. Your routine is nothing to be proud of if it's perfectly designed to keep you average. You love to brag about consistency, but you're consistent at what? Avoiding your purpose, dodging your fears, perfecting the art of staying comfortable while life passes you by. Don't call it discipline if it doesn't hurt. Don't call it growth if it doesn't change you. Your potential is suffocating in your routine because you're too in love with the feeling of control to risk becoming someone new. You want to know why that new version of you feels so far away? Because you won't pay the price. You won't sacrifice your comfort. You won't kill the habits that keep you small. You won't confront the fear that's embedded in every choice you make to stay safe. You've convinced yourself that progress is about efficiency, about streamlining, about smoothing out the edges until there's nothing left that can cut you. But greatness isn't efficient. It's messy. It's painful. It's wasteful in the best possible way. It burns through comfort like fuel. It devours old identities. It demands you give up everything that made you proud yesterday if it's in the way of who you need to be tomorrow. Your routine was supposed to be a tool. You let it become a cage. You let it tell you who you're allowed to be. You let it shrink your dreams to fit into a daily schedule that doesn't even challenge you. And you pretend that's discipline. Discipline is destroying what no longer serves you, even if you built it yourself. It's saying, this habit made sense for who I was. It doesn't serve who I'm becoming. It's killing the old you daily. You don't want that responsibility. You want rules. You want certainty. You want to be told what to do, so you never have to think about what you actually want. And that's why you worship routine, because it absolves you of choice. It's easy to feel righteous when you can point to a checklist. It's easy to feel productive when you're busy. It's easy to convince yourself you're doing your best when you never stop to ask if your best is even good enough. You want to be free? Then take that routine and set it on fire. Because freedom isn't doing whatever you want. It's having the power to do what's required even when it terrifies you. It's choosing the hard path over the easy one every single day. It's rejecting comfort like it's poison. Because it is. Comfort is the drug you use to numb yourself to your own potential. It makes you forget that you're dying in place while calling it living, that you're waiting for the right time that will never come, that you're hoping life rewards you for intentions instead of execution. It never will. Life doesn't care what you want. It only cares what you're willing to do. Your routine is supposed to be a weapon, but you dulled it. You made it soft. You made it familiar so you'd never have to feel the terror of being truly alive. I'm telling you now, you can't keep doing this. You can't keep lying to yourself. You can't keep pretending your potential is some seed that will sprout on its own without sacrifice. You have to choose. To be hated by your old self or loved by the new one. To burn who you are to become who you could be. To kill comfort before it kills your dreams. Your routine is not sacred. It is not your identity. It's just a plan. And plans can be torn up, rebuilt, reforged, because you're not meant to live the same year over and over and call it a life. You're not here to impress other prisoners with how neatly you decorated your cell. You're here to escape, to break walls, to become unrecognizable to the version of you that's settled. So choose. Choose to suffer for your dreams or suffer from their absence. Choose to sacrifice what's easy for what's meaningful. Choose to kill the routine that's killing you, because if you don't, it will bury you alive, and you'll call it success. And everyone around you will applaud your discipline, while your potential rots in silence. I'm not here to applaud you. I'm here to tell you the truth. Your routine is not your friend. It is your test. Pass it or pay the price. Because make no mistake, you are paying one way or another, in regret or in results, in comfort or in greatness, in average or in legacy. Decide today, right now, because tomorrow is built on what you do today, and your potential is dying while you wait. The world makes way for those who dare to rise. Click the Rise button now to subscribe and claim the destiny waiting for you. Your time is now.